Welcome to Danish-InfoNews TV, your Danish English news updates. From courtrooms to city streets, we are bringing you the latest on crime, justice, public safety, and social developments, all in one concise roundup. Stay informed, stay alert, and let's dive into the headlines. We start on Thursday, July 31st. 42-year-old man remanded for aggravated assault and possession of multi-tools. A 42-year-old man has been remanded in custody for 27 days following a stabbing on Wednesday evening in Vesterbro, Copenhagen. He is charged with aggravated assault and possession of 3 multi-tools, and he admits both charges. 21-year-old man remanded, suspected of jewelry robberies. A 21-year-old man has been remanded in custody for 4 weeks by Glostrup Court. He is suspected of robbery and attempted robbery of private jewelry sellers on an online platform. In one case, he allegedly tried to threaten someone with a knife to steal a gold chain worth 19,000 Danish krone. He denies the charges. Woman remanded, hide child from authorities. A 30-year-old woman was remanded in absentia by Runner's Court. She is charged with violating the Child Act by hiding the whereabouts of her children. Her lawyer has appealed the ruling. Man stabbed in hair salon, city center partially closed off. A 38-year-old man was stabbed Thursday evening in a hair salon in Tisted. A 40-year-old man fleeing the scene was arrested. The victim's condition is currently unknown. Police have cordoned off a large part of the city center for investigation. Friday, August 1st. Copper thefts at construction site after cemetery thefts. Copper cables were stolen from a construction site in Aalborg early Wednesday. This follows similar thefts from a cemetery in Frederikshavn in recent days. Shoplifting at gas station turned into robbery. A 38-year-old man was remanded in custody for 4 weeks for robbery and death threats after a shoplifting incident escalated at a gas station in Sønderborg. Moroccan man stole watches worth over 1 million Danish krone. A 32-year-old Moroccan national was remanded for 6 days after stealing 2 Patek Philippe watches from tourists in Copenhagen worth over 769,000 and 650,000 Danish kroner respectively. Record number of seniors still working. Danes are staying in the workforce longer. The average retirement age surpassed 67 for the first time at the end of 2024. Føtex store reprimanded after abuse of young employees. The Danish Working Environment Authority has issued an injunction to a Føtex supermarket in Randers following incidents where young staff experienced physical and sexual harassment from customers. Teenager charged with school arson 3 weeks later. A 19-year-old man was arrested and charged with arson after a fire broke out at Vimmerliv school in July. Woman in critical condition after violent attack. A man in his 20s has been arrested and charged with aggravated assault on a woman of similar age in Copenhagen. She was in a critical condition earlier Friday. 37-year-old charged with attempted murder of 4 people. A 37-year-old man has been remanded until August 28th. He allegedly ordered hits on 4 people to be carried out in Pakistan. New study: youth struggle to reduce TikTok use. A study shows that even motivated youth find it difficult to reduce time spent on TikTok. 2 Romanians jailed after burglary spree. 2 Romanian men aged 25 and 43 were arrested in Bilon and remanded in a major case involving at least 9 burglaries across Jutland, targeting schools and institutions. 2 helicopters dispatched after suspected drowning. A man was rescued after a suspected drowning incident. 2 helicopters were deployed due to uncertainty about the rescue location. 34-year-old jailed for large-scale fraud against elderly. A man was sentenced to 2 years and 3 months for defrauding elderly people for over 1.1 million Danish krona and laundering a similar amount. Saturday, August 2nd. 2 arrested after shooting in Gentofte. 2 men were arrested after a shooting in central Gentofte on Friday evening. They will face attempted murder charges. Russian shadow fleet spying on Danish infrastructure. Danwatch reports that Russia's so-called shadow fleet of over 700 tankers is conducting surveillance on Danish infrastructure. More fathers taking longer paternity leave. Paternity leave in Denmark is increasing, with average leave rising from 5.5 weeks in 2021 to 10 weeks in 2023. 2 charged for drunk boating at festivals. 2 individuals were caught boating under the influence during festivals in Kerteminde and Skaru. Police warning, drugging and bank theft in illegal taxis. East Jutland police warn against using unlicensed taxis after victims were possibly drugged and had up to 60,000 Danish krona withdrawn from their accounts. Person remanded after secret court session in Kolding. An unidentified individual was remanded for 4 weeks in a surrogate custody after a closed-door hearing. Men deny cyclist murder attempt. 2 men deny attempting to kill a cyclist during Friday's incident in Gentofte. More drugging cases linked to illegal taxis in Aarhus. Following initial reports, police in Aarhus are investigating more suspected drugging and theft cases tied to pirate taxis. Sunday, August 3rd. 46-year-old jailed for stalking woman. A man was jailed until August 28th for stalking a woman he met online. He reportedly called her hundreds of times daily and showed up at her address uninvited. Police connect Gentofte shootings, suspect found dead. A man shot in Lyngbyvej is out of danger. The shooter, who also fired shots in Gentofte, later took his own life when police arrived at his location. Man fatally stabbed in Aarhus. A man was killed in a stabbing early Sunday in Jægersgårdsgade, Aarhus. The victim has not yet been identified. Another man arrested after car hit 8 at street party. One more suspect was arrested after a car drove into a block of street party in Aarhus, injuring 8 people. Police are working to determine who was driving. 22-year-old dies in ATV accident. A 22-year-old Romanian man died in a solo ATV crash late Saturday night in Husby, West Jutland. Monday, August 4th. Man jailed after Snapchat stalking case. A 46-year-old man was remanded for threatening and stalking a woman he met on Snapchat, sending her hundreds of messages and visiting her workplace. 130,000 speeding fines dropped. Since 2019, over 130,000 speeding fines for foreign-plated cars were never issued due to procedural delays. 7 charged after Fredericia assault. 7 people aged 19 to 37 have been charged after violently assaulting a 46-year-old man in central Fredericia. 3 men jailed for killing 37-year-old. 3 men aged 31, 35, and 44 were jailed after a fatal stabbing early Sunday in Jægersgårdsgade, Aarhus. 39-year-old indicted for raping girl on school toilet. A man has been charged with raping a 12 to 13-year-old girl on a school toilet and in her bedroom. He claims he didn't know her age. Tuesday, August 5th. Police urge vigilance after rise in burglaries. East Jutland Police reports a significant increase in home burglaries and is asking residents to report suspicious activity. Former teacher jailed for sex with student. A former teacher was sentenced to 3 months in prison and banned from working with children for 2 years after having sex with a 16-year-old student. 28-year-old jailed for trying to steal police weapon. A man was sentenced to over 2 years in prison and permanently expelled from Denmark after trying to steal a police gun at a hospital. Woman violently assaulted, 35-year-old jailed. A 35-year-old man has been jailed for hitting a woman's head against a pipe and floor and slapping another woman. Big gap between school grades and exam results. A CPOS analysis shows students are getting significantly higher year grades compared to their exam results, a growing trend since 2012. MIT ID soon unusable on older devices. As of August 12th, the MIT ID app will stop working on outdated smartphones and tablets. Affected users will need a newer phone or can request a free code device. That was this week's most pressing updates from across the country, from rising crime to major social shifts. But the news doesn't stop here. What's your take? Have you seen signs of the growing issues we covered or experienced them yourself? Join the conversation in the comments, share this video with others, and don't forget to subscribe for more real news without the noise. Follow us on social media at Danish-InfoNews TV and stay one step ahead. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care and stay safe.